UFC Fight Night, Burns versus Morales. Here's my experience.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
All right, to kick this thing off, I'll give this card a solid 7.5 out of 10. Some really fun prospects was on this card. Some really good finishes on this card. But to start off the night, we had Tisha Pennington versus Luna Pinheiro. Tisha Pennington looked good. She looked very aggressive going forward the majority of the fight. She wants higher ranked competition, and I don't blame her. She's getting a little older. Her time in the sport is going to come to an end eventually, and I think she wants at least one more title shot run in her UFC career. What do you guys think about her performance? Did y'all think it was a very good one? Let me know. Following that fight, we had the undefeated Hung Sung Park versus Carlos Hernandez. Park looked fantastic. First round finish, dominated him through and through. That man was whooping his ass on the feet. Then he took him down and choked him out. Beautiful performance. Who does he get next? I have no idea, but I am very excited to see what Park can do in this flyweight division. I think the sky is the limit for that man. Following that fight, we had Denise Gomes versus Elise Reed. Denise Gomes looked like a younger version of Jessica Andrade. She literally went in there and marched through that woman, Elise. I mean, fantastic performance through and through. Denise Gomes looks like she's going to be the next real deal in the strawweight division. I haven't seen somebody have that much punching power in that division in a very, very long time. Who does Gomes fight next? Hopefully it's somebody in the top 15 because I think she's ready for that ranked competition. Denise Gomes, overhand right, shut her down on her ass. Finish the fight. I don't know why the referee took so long to stop the fight, but it is what it is. It was a finish nonetheless, and she had a fantastic performance. After that fight, we had another women MMA fight. We had Luna Santos versus Lisboa. Lisboa is coming back off of a leg injury, and it kind of showed, in my opinion. I'm not taking anything away from Luna Santos because she looked fantastic in the fight to the ground at will, but I don't think that Lisboa girl can handle her takedowns, and it showed almost immediately. In the beginning of the second round, she took her down immediately and was able to work her way to an Americana. She is looking very, very good at the 135-pound weight division. She says she sees a better path for a title shot at 135. And if she can continue putting on performances like that one, I have no doubt they will fast track her to be a #1 contender or one of the top 10 women in the bantamweight division. What do you guys think? Let me know. One of the fights I was looking most forward to was this Yadir Davell fight versus Conor Matthews, and it delivered. It delivered beautifully. The Cuban Davell absolutely steamrolled through Conor Matthews. It's one of those fights to where, all right, this man is UFC ready, and he's UFC real deal. I don't think he gets a top 15 guy next, but I think he gets somebody that's a little more respected in the company. No shade at Conor Matthews, but let's be honest here. That fight was set up for Davell to pretty much steamroll through Conor Matthews, and he did just what he needed to do. Absolutely blitzing through Conor Matthews inside in one round, and he looked fantastic doing it. Hands look good, grappling looked good, and I can't wait to see what he does next. And my biggest surprise of the night, we had Jared Gordon versus Thiago Moises. Jared Gordon, put him out. Put him out in the first round at that. Thiago Moises just looked like he couldn't get going. Outside of getting cut from top control with some elbows from Thiago Moises, Jared Gordon controlled the entire fight. They stood up again, and he knocked him out. Knocked him out clean. Thiago Moises said, "What happened? Why did you stop the fight? You was out." That's why he stopped the fight. He was out cold pretty much. If he didn't stop that fight, Jared Gordon was going to give you CTE in a matter of seconds. But Jared Gordon says he believes he should be on a 5-fight win streak or 6-fight win streak, whatever it is. He doesn't count that loss to Paddy the Baddy as a loss, which he shouldn't. I think he won the fight. But Jared Gordon, he wants higher rank competition, and I think he deserves it. I mean, Paddy the Baddy's what, ranked 8 or 7 right now, and he arguably won that fight according to a lot of people, but he just doesn't have a number by his name. He has fought nobody with a number by his name. I think this performance will get him somebody with a number by his name, and I can't wait to see what Jared Gordon does next. Hopefully he's active in 2025. I know this. In the prelim main event, we had Gabe Green versus Matheus Camilo. Matheus Camilo had one of the deepest triangle chokes I think I've ever seen, and Gabe Green was able to slip out of it and control the fight and dominate the fight the rest of the way. It's one of those things where I think Matheus Camilo, after he let that triangle go, he was like, damn, he really just got out of that, and that was probably the tightest that I've seen one of those in a very, very long time. But Gabe Green dropping down from 170 to 155 looked fantastic after this 2-year layoff. Outside of them getting caught in a very, very deep triangle, Gabe Green looked like he weathered the early storm, and he was able to come back very, very strong. It's one of those things where he is a UFC vet. He's been there before. He knows what he's doing. He's not like he's fought Ryan Battle again. He just went in there and blitzed and got knocked out. He was very, very smart in this approach, and I think this Gabe Green can make some noise at 155. What do you guys think about his performance? Do y'all think Gabe Green is going to make a run? Let me know. In the fight of the night, we have Melquizi Acosta versus Julian Erosa. This fight was a banger through and through. Costa looked like he was gassing towards the end of the fight, and Juicy J just said, you know what, this fight has to come to an end eventually when the time runs out. I'm going to keep swinging until the time runs out, and that third round was absolutely fanatic pace through and through. Them boys was both throwing heavy shots, very, very heavy shots, and Costa was getting hit by a lot of shots in the third round, which I don't hate the decision because Juicy J, I think he did drop the first 2 rounds, but outside of that, that fight was fantastic through and through. Both of them had nothing to be ashamed about. Fight of the night, and Juicy J called it, and he said this has the potential to be fight of the night, and he delivered perfectly. What did you guys think about this performance? Who do y'all think Costa fights next? As he's been very, very active in 2025 so far. I can't wait to see what he does next. Let me know. After that fight, we had Nursulin Rozaboyev versus Dustin Stolfitz. This fight, I didn't hate the outcome of it. I mean, Dustin Stolfitz was very upset by it. He said, I guess hitting arms is going to win you the fight. But honestly, I think he hit a lot more than your arms. I mean, some of those spinning heel kicks or spinning kicks that he was landing looked like they could have dropped a lot of people in that weight division. But outside of that, I think Rozaboyev did enough to win. I mean, one of the most damaging strikes Stolfitz landed was a headbutt. So it is what it is. Who do y'all think Rozaboyev should fight next? I thought he looked pretty good in this fight. Who do y'all think he gets next? And Dustin Stolfitz is starting to grow on me. That man is putting on banger after banger after banger in his fights. And I can't wait to see what he does next, actually. In the co-main event, after Rodolfo Bellato and Paul Craig pulled out at the last very second, we had Marion Santos versus Sadiq Youssef. Marion Santos, that's what you call a bounce-back performance. At 155 pounds, he looked like a different animal. He handled business. At 155 pounds, he looked like a whole different animal. He looked way better than he did in his last fight versus Francis Marshall. But I don't know if that's more Francis Marshall's really good or Sadiq Youssef's kind of falling off. But besides that, Marion Santos did what he needed to do. Almost flawless performance. I mean, I don't think Marion Santos got hurt once in that entire fight. He obviously didn't have to cut that much weight and be somebody that used to be ranked in the 145-pound weight division. I feel like it's a fantastic shine going forward for Marion Santos. What do you guys think about him? Do y'all think he should drop back down to 145? Let me know. In the main event of the night, we have the new blood of the welterweight division being born right in front of our eyes. We have Michael Morales versus Gilbert Burns. Michael Morales ran through Gilbert Burns. Absolutely ran through Gilbert Burns. Gave Hamzat Chimaev one of his toughest fights in his career, and Michael Morales just got him out of there in 1 round. Easily. Easily. I mean, Gilbert Burns was in a shell covering up probably a minute into the fight. Michael Morales' hands must be so powerful. I don't think we've seen Gilbert Burns show up like that early in a fight, in a fist fight, in a firefight at that. And Michael Morales was able to put him out of there in round 1. Michael Morales, the welterweight division is on fire. I don't care what anybody says. The welterweight division now is one of the best divisions in the UFC right now. Matter of fact, that's going to get a video probably later this week. The welterweight division is insane. Michael Morales is throwing his hat into the ring as one of the top contenders, and I think he deserves it. I think he deserves somebody in the top 6, like he said. He said he wants the Ian Gary fight. Ian Gary talking nonsense like he's not fighting for anything less than the title, which is crazy. But Michael Morales, welcome to the welterweight elite. And I think welterweight is going to heat up over the summer. What did you guys think about UFC Fight Night, Burns versus Morales? Let me know down below. What was your favorite fight? What was your least favorite fight? Like always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Big up, people. Peace.